Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Late Night Live number 86. Tonight we are continuing with our connecting the entire alphabet. Today we're doing the capital letter K. Hello, Swinny. I made my face big today because I figured, why not? Hopefully, unlike the previous couple weeks, my microphone is working and the music is working and everything is working. Fingers crossed. How is everybody doing tonight? I transition down to desktop cam. We can get this party started. Sweet. Oh, that's right. We're writing on black paper today. Why? Because I wanted to. No real specific reason. I was just messing with black paper earlier today, and I wanted to continue. I know so far the entire Connected Alphabet series is on white paper, so I'm messing up my keeping everything matchy-matchy, but that's alright. We'll survive. Gonna get warmed up here real quick. Hello, Gary. Hello, Mom. Big fate. Yeah, I figured I would go into full-on webcam mode. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Warmed up real quick. What up, Skeet? Ready to learn something? Well, I mean, I never really connect the capital K to anything very often, really, I guess. So, we'll see how this goes. It's going to be interesting. I think most of the connections we do today will be new to me. Might have some creative solutions, or we'll just stumble across a really easy connection that we use over and over and over and over again. We'll see. All right. Ooh, fun. From London's ball game. For those of you who don't know, London is my niece. How did London do in her ball game? Did they win? What up, Zach? Getting warmed up. Do. Just so everybody knows what's going on or what I'm up to. So I've swapped. As you guys may have remembered, I've been using the Leonard Principle, my super sharpened Leonard Principle, a lot lately. It was a newly sharpened Leonard Principle, but it's extremely sharp. And tonight I decided to swap it out. So we are using a, it's been used for a couple writing sessions, but it's a stock unsharpened Hunt 101 we're using today. So no modifications have been made. Hello, Warren. Very nice to see you here as well. Lost 16-15. Well, that's okay. Sounds like it would have been a good game then. At least it was close. Okay, connecting the capital letter K. Capital letter K. I guess that exit stroke from the K can easily get into some other things. Get into the eye and whatnot. It's going to be interesting. We'll have to get creative. That's okay. That's what we're here to do. Let's do a couple more Ks to just get riding. Ooh, big shade. Big old shade. Never done one shaded up at the top like that. That might look weird. Kind of looks like an L. It's a weird variation of an L. Alright, KA. Let's see what happens. Initial instinct. Is to do something like that. KA. Nice and clean. That's legitimately, I mean with a smaller A, but that's how I write Kahlo's name. When I write her name down, that's how I do it. Now we could also do an entry oval into that A. This needs to be a little bit angled a little bit better, but the idea is there. Also do something like that. Could potentially choose a better place for that cross to go. It's right almost in the middle of the A, so that's not bad though. Now what if we get creative here? These are two easy ideas. What else can we do? A unique idea. Let me try to do that closer together. Hello, Olivia. Welcome, welcome. Maybe I should do my stem first. Oh, that might be asking for trouble. I mean, that doesn't look super pretty. But there's probably a way to get this up there that looks less awkward. Whoops, I just dipped into my water instead of my ink. Yes, there's also the other A. Very true. I like that better. That's fun. Easy connection. There's a wacky idea. Takes a few artistic liberties there, but I mean, it works. It's a butterfly. if I put a double loop on the K, or a loop going into the K, would have wings on both sides. Can we go from... Curious. If I go from this K stroke... that might not work. Something like that. Works, actually. It's weird, but it works. This nice parallel line, which is kind of cool. Profile, side profile of a butterfly, aka KA. All right, what else do we got here? If I go from the stem of the A, how can I get into... Ooh, what if I do this from here? Then I parry that angle. Huh. That didn't really... I mean, it works, but it's not as cool looking as it was in my brain. Yeah, that would definitely be my go-to easiest one. Well, there. Some good combinations of the KA. I actually like this one a lot more than I thought I would. And this one as well. Alright, let's go to KB. Ooh, a little bit of sludge in my ink. That won't help a hairline. Alright, here we go, KB. That's the standard. Oh, the lower loop's already there if I do that. Uh-oh. I mean, I would still want to make a lower loop, so I have to make sure that's short, so it doesn't get in the way of the B. Luckily, that's doable. Something like that. My second stroke on the K was not very good, but that connection works. The B is very bottom heavy, and the K has this top entry oval that makes me want to start the K with a full loop. Something like that. KB. Now, not sure I can hit this, but then there's also this idea. I didn't do that compound curve. That's weird going up that way. But that was my idea, to make that connect in. My B got all messed up though. Yeah, let me try that again. That's a weird shape to make. Technically, you could do the whole K that way, or that whole second stroke of the K just backwards. It is very weird. I agree. I mean, it's not awesome, but it works. It's not the best idea I've ever had, though. Okay, now what if we take that exit oval of the K and make it large instead of small like up there? Sort of works. I made it a little too large. If it cut through like here, that would be nice. Let's try that again. Ooh, ugly B, but that works. KB. Trying to think if there's some way I can get from the B into the K more creatively. Is there? I'm not sure. I mean, yes, there is. I just don't know what that is yet. We can do a long compound curve around, maybe. Ooh, might not have given myself enough space. Ooh, that would have been better through there, or even up through there. Let's try that again. Lots of lines. Too far away. It works though. Hey Hody. Welcome, welcome. Question for the chat. What are you guys up to tonight? What are you guys working on right now? Chat is quiet, so I'm just going to assume that you're all writing. and practicing, potentially. I actually like that one a lot more than I thought I would. Ooh, word of the days, nice. I feel like starting maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna start the word of the days like I should have done this right when I got home. Start the word of the days like starting today or tomorrow's word, and then go and do the catch up sort of bit by bit, and rather than try to catch up to present day, just start with present day and then slowly do the fill in for the time that I missed. That's my plan. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, here's a fun idea that just popped in my head. That might not work for the B, but I want to write it just so I remember it when we get to letters like the W and the H. No good. Give that a sad face and an X. That was not good, but I did want to write it. I like that idea of the K going up and back around. Probably doesn't have to go, it could go around this to cut through here potentially. So we have a stem right close to the K. Yeah, that'll be good for the W, the M, the N potentially. Ooh, I mean, gotta work, got bills to pay. But it's nice that you're able to listen while you're at work, Gary. Glad to have you here. Alright, let's get one more B, KB, and then we will move right along. What if I start the K with a compound curve entry stroke? Like so. That gives me another entry right there. So I can have my K, and I can have a B. I like that. That's my favorite connection so far. Trying to think of what would, I mean, I don't like the B that I wrote, but I'm wondering if the K coming around here might look awesome too. I'm gonna try it. One more, if I can remember to do that. Shade too high, that didn't work. In theory this works, I just placed that shade really badly. Those are horrible forms, but that idea still works, but I like that one. Alright, moving on to KC. Where are we here? Are we flat? Yes. KC. Start with the standard. Something like that. Easy peasy. And we can do the same idea we did with the B and make the C entry larger. Which also works. Hello, Georgette. Welcome. Hello, Lurker Lori. Welcome, welcome. That has to go lower so that it avoids that little loop on the K. Something like that works. KC. Not mad at it. What else we got though? Yeah, I made those way too close together. Darn it. It's a relatively unique idea, I would assume. Oh, what if I brought that over into the entry for the K? I made a heart. Curious. Curious. That works. I'm gonna try to make that loop a little bit larger. Make it a tiny loop instead of a hard stop. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. Darn it. It's amazing how often and how easy it is to get derailed when you're in the middle of a stroke if you're not paying attention. It's a curious connection. It's interesting. KC. Interesting. Where do we get logwood? I don't know. I don't know what logwood is. Oh, logwood. I'm honestly not even... No, I don't know where you would get it here. I would talk to a wood person or Google what logwood is and see if there's another name for it in India or another name for it around. I don't know if that connection is ever going to work. Sulfate of indigo. I honestly don't know. I'm not a chemist and I don't mix ink, or I've never made ink. So I don't know how to get any of those things. I would talk to a chemist or reach out to Chris Yoke. He made Arnold's writing ink or writing fluid not long ago. I mean, there's potential there in that idea. I gotta smooth out that curve and not make those so close together. Maybe no shade on the second stroke of the K at all. Not even an accent shade. It's messy, but it's a connection. It's pretty messy though. Alright, we can use our batwing idea. Ooh, I might have put this exit oval in the way. Yeah, okay, so if I make that exit oval go in the right spot, then that can potentially work. Let's try that again. Something like that. KC, that's a pretty cool connection. And I think we totally could have put a shade in here. And I guess if we can do that batwing, then that means we could also do... Oh no, we can't. We don't want to loop that because then it won't look like a K. I mean, maybe it will. Let's try. Something like that. I don't really like it looped, but I like the batwing. The only last option I'm gonna try is instead of a loop or a batwing, we can do a combination of the two. Ugh, ugly C, but something like that. So we have a hard corner at the bottom. Have I worked with vellum before? A little bit. Very, very little. I would not want to instruct somebody on working with vellum because I'm not nearly familiar with it enough to instruct. My apologies. It seems today, Warren, I have answers to none of your questions. I'm sorry. Or I don't have good answers for you today. The vellum work when I've worked with vellum, it wasn't for ornamental penmanship or movement writing. What did I do on vellum? Did I gild on vellum? Broad pen? I can't remember. I've worked with it very little. Alright, let's move on to KD. KD, craft dinner. Oh, now I want craft dinner. Okay, KD. Now we can use the same batwing idea. That might be a cop-out though. First we're going to do our standard go-to connection that we can use on most letters. get a little messy in there, so this has to be either smaller or larger. I'm gonna opt for larger. For now, maybe it could go up through here, around. I made this larger like I wanted to, but then I didn't bring this long enough this way, so that everything I just basically spaced out the K and the D more. I did the exact same thing. But there is potential there. Let's try that again and try to nail that spacing a little bit better. I feel like if I'm gonna cross that way, it has to go even bigger. Yeah, that's it. Just cross this or cross all the way. One or the other. No half measures. Let's see. Not the cleanest ovals there, but that is clean connections. KD, that works. Now, what else can we come up with? We can use that same batwing idea, I think. Should have gone farther. There is potential there, though. That works. I'll take the K and the D a little bit farther apart for that one. Too messy to go in through there now. We can do a loop below the baseline. Is possible. Something like that. If my initials were KD, I would write my signature like that, perhaps, maybe. Okay, how else can we do this? Oh, that's supposed to go on that side. Didn't leave myself enough room. Did they do a good job on my table? Decent. It's not perfect. It's still It still wobbles quite a bit, unfortunately. They did a better job than I could have done on my own, but my desk is not as solid as I would like it to be, unfortunately. But I don't know if it ever will be, just because of how it's designed or how it's built, without completely taking it apart and rebuilding it, which is a rather big job. I can't think of anything else for the KD. That last one was a good one. Are you working on a leather pad right now, Hody? Do you not usually write with one? I just did a K. I have no clever way to connect it. Okay, that's good. Good. Now there is an interesting choice. That is not something I would ever think to do. Weird, that just kind of happened. I kind of like it though. That would definitely work. I gotta remember that sharp hook one for when we get into the W, the M, and the N. And letters that start with a indirect oval. Stem. Or even the U and the V, potentially. I like that. We're gonna give that a happy face because it's unique. Alright, let's go to KE. KE. Start out with try out the standard way. Like so. That works. I just have to remember to bring this down here farther, almost to the baseline, so that it's got a little bit more space from the shade, and then we'll be good. Try that again. Not the nicest ovals, but that works. Now, one thing that the compound curve of the K makes me want to do to the E is put a compound curve into the first loop. So we can follow that parallel. Something like that. Ideally, those two lines would follow a lot more the same trajectory. But that works. KE. Let's try that one more time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 3 variations of the KE I like so far. No, that's the first KE. Never mind. In my brain, we were still on KD. Oops. Something like that. I like that. Now, can we go from the E? Ooh, maybe not enough space. Nope. I don't know where Lurker James is today. I was texting with him earlier today. Apparently he's not in his kitchen cooking today. Or if he's here, he'll dab in a couple minutes. But normally he lets us know when he's in the building. No, I don't like that idea. Even though that works, I'm not a huge, super big fan of going through that way. What if, here's an idea. Perhaps making cookies. He had something to reveal? What did he have to reveal? Oh, did I make that too high? I did. Shoot. That was the plan. Okay, so what we have to do is just make this be less aggressive, and then this can come around here. Yeah, okay. We need the top of the E to be that line. I just went a little too aggressive. I'll know when he gets here, if he gets here. I don't know if he'll get here today. We'll see. It doesn't work like I thought it would in my head. Because that hides the fact that it's a K, which doesn't really work. Unless I do that same thing. This will be less cool, but it might actually work. The other idea would have been super cool, but it didn't work. If I do that, what if I just go from here into the, like that, below it? Is there potential there? Do I like that? I can't decide. Something like that, maybe? There is potential in there somewhere. Like that. If I follow that line, it would be cool. Maybe, maybe not. This might be a fruitless effort. Fruitless! Oh yeah, that doesn't work. Just because I did it wrong. Well, I give up on that KE. I feel like the idea is there and strong, but it doesn't really work. Yet. What else can we do here? Yeah, we got a couple cool variations. Let's go to KF. Standard. Start with that. Something like that is a nice and clean KF. Now, gotta make it cooler. We can do the standard one again with a larger exit oval. Don't like that little loop on the top of the F. Oh, what if we use that variation of the F all the time, of that stem. There's Lurker James. James, are you just here because Otis Winnie just DM'd you a bunch of times and told you to come in here? Okay, how does this work now? We want this to go... Oh, does that even work? Oh, and then can the K be like the... Oh no, that's a double compound curve. We can't do that. Shoot. So the K's there. How do we cross the F then? The F's there. I could put a loop in the F. Hello, Rose. The fruit of your collaboration. I'm worried. What is the fruit of your collaboration? I'm nervous. Not a bunch of times. I'm nervous, genuinely. don't know how to cross that F in a nice way. You unearthed rare footage? You found me twerking. I don't believe there are videos of me twerking. I have not, to my knowledge, twerked for a camera. I'm curious now. Or you guys have edited my face onto somebody. It's an interesting idea there too. Why would you do that? I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. It's a curious connection. Real mic twerking. How are you guys gonna send it to me? You guys gonna post a link? But I have to open it on stream. Oh, I mean, okay. Maybe? Is this inappropriate? I'm genuinely... Laurie, this is not funny. I'm genuinely nervous. You're gonna DM it to me on Instagram, okay. It better, I can't put inappropriate things on my live stream. Okay, that didn't work. KG. It's not inappropriate, alright. Say for KG we can use that one variation of the capital A that we did, I suppose. Ooh, that was an ugly form. Genuinely nervous over here. I'm ignoring chat now. I'm just focusing on my KG connection. Bring the device to the center of the screen. Well, I gotta wait till the thing comes in first. I might have to, I feel like I need to open it off frame. I don't know that I trust you guys. But I haven't received any messages yet. KG. You knew it. Knew what? Nobody sent me a message yet. Come on, what? The message hasn't come in yet. My phone's right there. My DMs are open. I'm waiting. Skeet, no lines on this paper. Oh, I have to open it on stream. Okay. Get this piece of paper out of the way. Yeah, no lines on this paper, Skeet. It is just black manila folder paper. Okay. Oh, cables everywhere. Okay, there's James saying you have to open it on stream. Zooming out. I'm now waiting for the thing, whatever's getting sent to me. Play video. I don't think I want to do this. I don't think I like this. Is there music? Should I pause my music here? You guys are so stupid. Alright. That was... Wait, it said next? Oh, there is no... Okay. You guys are stupid. That was funny. Right on. Well played. I'd seen that filtered before. That's hilarious. I was like, wait a minute. For a sec, when I opened the video, I was like, oh, did I, like, fake, like, dance and twerk when I was recording that video? You had me scared there for a sec. That's ridiculous. Very nice. Very nice. I did get nervous. I mean, anything could have happened in those videos when I was recording those murals. It was the middle of the night and I was in a dance studio all by myself. Recording for many hours at night. Alright, where do we get to? Let's keep going with KG. Hilarious. Alright, so one connection I want to do is a trick stroke. If I have a G, I want that to be the ending of the K. Oof. They're pretty far apart though. Yeah, that's too far apart, but that's essentially what I want to do. Don't worry, Mom. Pretty sure there are no real twerking videos of me out there on the internet. Oh, here, let's bring this back in closer for you guys. Lock the focus. Oh, there are plenty of embarrassing photos and videos of me on the internet. But twerking is just not something I've done. Okay. Okay, wait, if I do the K first. Now all I have to do is finish the G. I don't really have room for the entry oval. Do I not do an entry oval? I mean, that works, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I need somewhere more exciting for this to come from. I prefer when it comes from the top. You guys don't have to do anything. Oh. Goop. Play a twerky track. I think I was too stressed out to dance when I was making those murals to not mess them up. Oh shoot, that wasn't supposed to go over there. Whoopsies. Okay, what if I make... That's essentially what we want. Okay, if I make this low, yeah, we can do that. We can make that work. We can. If I drop this lower than I normally would, then I can make the G up here. Whoops, that didn't work. That's a tough... Nope. I mean, that's the idea that was in my head. It doesn't look as cool as I thought it would. These forms are kind of wackadoodle, but... The K connection is... Well, it's relatively easy to get into a lot of letters, like a boring way, but finding cool combinations, I'm finding more challenging than some other letters so far. So Jen, did you literally just tune in and not see that video? So for those of you who don't know, Jen Groff, who just commented, the dance studio whose walls I was painting that's Jennifer's studio. Jen was the one who hired me to paint those murals. So a video of me painting the murals was just played on stream. Can I play it again? I don't even know if I can play it again. No, I can't even replay the video. They put a filter on it to make me essentially not twerk, but to pelvic thrust forward and back just to make the video all wavy. So I was twerking. My chat is obsessed with making me twerk, but that's hilarious that you just signed in while we were talking about it. Because yeah, that studio, that's Jen's studio. Hilarious. Do bird murals? I can't even do bird penmanship. How am I supposed to do bird murals? I guess that's a question. Do I have to learn how to do birds one of these days? That's a wacky connection that didn't really work. This is true, Jen. You can always just rewind in the live. It's there. It was just literally like 1 or 2 minutes ago. I will learn birds one of these days. Maybe? I don't know. Do I have to learn birds? It seems like every penman ends up doing birds. I'm not a huge... Never been a huge fan of the idea of doing birds. But if it's like a rite of passage or something a penman has to do, then maybe I'll learn how to do it. If I gotta. Alright, I gotta find a clever way to get into this G. Down below the baseline. Compound curve. Oh, that could end. Check this out. This might not work, but it could be really cool. If I could hit it. Okay, how do I do that? Compound curve from below the baseline. Made that too hard, too sharp. Yeah, way too sharp. Okay. Yeah, that definitely didn't work. Well, I mean, the video exists, Jen. You just gotta rewind a little bit. It's on YouTube. You just drag that little bar a minute back, and you'll find it. Make sure I need to go back and timestamp all my videos. Anybody want to do that? When you guys are, if you're rewatching a video, you want to go back and timestamp things? Send me the times of when fun things happen in the videos. I always forget to do that. I feel like this could be a pretty neat connection. Something like that. Doesn't look as cool on paper as it did in my head. It's a neat idea, though. Wait. What might make it easier? Maybe, maybe not. If I start here... Okay, focus for a moment. Oh, crud. No, I can't make that a little loop too much, because then I have double compound curve, which is against the rules. It's against my own rules. I don't know if it's against actual rules, but to me that's a rule. Yeah, that is a... I can loop the one after the G, actually. That one is definitely loopable. Ooh, not a good G there. Whoops, I meant to loop that. It's possible. Okay, we want this to be this like right close to the G. The issue is this is too long to the left. Maybe it has to go from in there. Just to loop around that a little bit. Maybe. That didn't work. The idea is there. It's possible. Yeah. Like, it is... Like, that does work for me. Somewhat. Didn't leave myself enough space. Well, the idea is there. The idea is there. Something to work on. Alright, let's move on to the H. Oh, we can use that connection I talked about earlier that I couldn't use for the B. Let's try it. That would have been... Well, Oja Swinney sent James the filter, and then James made the video, to my understanding. That's the fruits of their collaboration, as they call it. Yeah, we're getting some wackadoodle connections tonight, Odie. Gotta get creative with this KG, or now KH. But I should be able to do... Right, I want to bring this around here instead. Yeah, that's the idea. Also, stop writing so big. I need to write smaller. No lines, I gotta control myself. It's an easy KH. I like that connection though. I would like it better if something was going through this little oval though. Like when we do the M, or if I do a looped variation of the H, like this. Whoops. I got unruly at the end. I mean, that's all we do. Just keep training, Hody, and every day your hands will have more and more control. And eventually you can just put things wherever you want them. Or in theory. I can't put things exactly where I want them yet. The ideas are there. Something like that is simple. The H does look good when crossed in the middle. I agree. Well, that's good. Somebody likes your writing, you tell them you'll teach them. You don't have bad writing, Hody. That's a ridiculous thing to say. Though your writing might not look like you want it to yet, your writing is far from bad. Oops. Yeah, something like that. Easy H connection. We could also do a really quick, I feel like back in the day, vintage, on like card writing and stuff, you'd probably see this type of connection a lot for KH, potentially. Something like that. With a little more control in the shades, you'd probably see that a fair bit. Oh, she was commenting on Lupfer's writing. Rose, if your ink isn't lasting, it could be that the bottom of your nib, make sure that, like when you dip, whoops, I dipped my entire holder into the ink that time. Who am I, Chin? Sorry, throwing shade. You want to make sure when you dip, oh, I got bubbles in there, let me get rid of those. When you dip, there's still a bubble, but that's okay. The ink is going, and the pool of ink is all the way up the pen, or up the nib. Because oftentimes, like the top, you'll see where the ink is, but then underneath, sometimes, like right where the breather hole is, there'll still be oil or something like that, or fingers or finger oil or something, so the ink isn't able to really pool under there. That would be step one, the thing that I would look into. It could be the ink, but I think more often than not it's an issue usually with the preparedness of the nib. Oh yeah, if you can't do just like if you can't do 50 hairline ovals, I mean, you should be able to do even shaded ovals, like you can see there. That one I would run out of ink. Like you should be able to get some decent ink capacity in the bottom of your nib. I think the main factors are the preparedness of the nib, making sure the ink is pooling where it needs to be. And then also making sure your hairlines are as thin as they can be. If your hairlines are putting down ink, then you're going to go through it quicker. The ink does come into play as well. What ink are you using, Rose? I mean, yeah, you can, like if I'm using a nib, you can use a nib that's not prepared properly a whole bunch. So I would always, I mean, you don't have to re-prepare with toothpaste or anything, but just give it a good, like pull it out of your holder just a little bit, just so you can easily clean farther, deeper into the nib, and then like spit on a paper towel, and then really get your finger, whoops, in there so you can clean the underside, the whole underside, not just the tines, but the whole underside. And then when you're dipping, you have to make sure that you're dipping, I mean, essentially as far as you can. If you're trying to get ink mileage, then you want to get the ink as far up on the nib as you can, and then double check the underneath to make sure that the ink is pooling everywhere underneath. It could be that your walnut ink is a little bit, is your walnut maybe a little too watery? Possibly? Well, if you don't want to spit on the nib, you can do the toothpaste thing or all that again. I just find spitting a heck of a lot easier. I haven't spit on a nib in a long time. Since the summer, I've pretty much been using water. I do spit when I need to prep, or if something's not writing nicely, then I'll spit on it, but for the most part, I've just been cleaning with water. But those are the main things that I would consider. Yeah, if it's too watery, that won't help. If you made it with crystals, then just chuck some more crystals in there. Alright, what else? We're still on KH. We did a couple variations. Let me try another one. We can do... Oh. That didn't work. That oval looks ugly. I thought I was onto something there for a sec. No, Warren, I'm using what's called St. Petersburg Masterclass Gouache. I used to use P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White. It was my favorite white until I started using this gouache, and now this is by far my favorite white ink. Yeah, preparing nibs in your mouth was that was the way they used to do it back in the day. That was the standard practice. Oh. I can go through there. That could work. That could work. It's not a common ink. On the Discord in the tools and supplies channel, I just recently posted a link to a store in Canada that sells it. I don't know where in the US sells it. There might be somewhere, but I found a store in Canada that sells it. Because it is not super common. Whoops. Yeah, baba. I can't speak to using eggshells for white ink. I've never used eggshells before. Like I said earlier, I've never made ink. I'm pretty standard. I just used Bleed Proof Martin or Bleed Proof White, Walnut, and Iron Gall for years. And then now that I found this other white, and I still have Walnut, it's on my desk right here. I just don't use it as much as I used to because I write with primarily Iron Gall these days. But I'm pretty simple when it comes to inks that way. I don't mix or do anything real crazy. So I don't know. Yeah, too much going on. That's way too busy. That is the most common and best way to keep snorkeling masks, swimming goggles, and things like that from fogging up is saliva. But if saliva grosses you out, you can buy products that do it as well, but you just spit on it. Ooh, what if I do the bat wing? That's kind of fun. And then we do the H. How do we do the H? Oh, I should have done this one. Then that's gonna be a batwing too. That'll be a cool connection if I can do it right. I mean, spit it's just a natural. It works the best. It's easy. You can always use. I mean, people use a potato. There's the potato method that's quite popular, but for me, I have an automatic spit generator right here, so I just use that. Oh, I forgot to do that again. Darn it. Okay. Focus. Tony? What's going on, Tony? Long time no see. Oh, you're gonna be the St. Louis Pen Show. I'm jealous. And you'll be with Mike. That's no fair, Tony. Have a good time. I'm super jealous. There are no pen shows in Vancouver. Sad face. Well, that's a curious connection. My ovals aren't very good, but it could be cool. Batwing K and a Batwing H. Alright, let's move on to KI. Ooh, I. Our first. We gotta get... I feel like we're gonna use the KI... Kali script. Yes. Wait, that's Annie, right? I am planning. I'm not actually planning, but I love the idea of starting a pen show here. I have spoken to a friend of mine who runs pen shows, who runs a pen show, about the prospect, but then COVID kind of got in the way of, so I figured I squashed my conversations, but that would be fun. I would be into doing that one day. One day. Super jealous though, Tony. Okay, what do we do? K-I, right. Okay, so this would be cool to be able to do a backwards letter, just like, or not a backwards letter, but invisible connection. We did something like that. I should probably do the K first. So I have a target. Yeah, let's do the K first. Oh, bottom of the page. All right, so I gotta go right there. Coming out of the capital I. I mean, that's the idea. It's relatively clean looking. Definitely takes some practice getting used to that stroke to make that look a little more organic and clean. Oh, nice. Did you order it from the store in Canada, or did you find it in somewhere else? I've had it once I got my mix right for it, I've had nothing but great success with it. You found it in India. Oh, nice. That works, but I think we can do better than that. Let's get a new sheet of paper. And then we will see if we indeed can do better than that. Well, that's good that you found it. You should post on the Discord in the supplies where you found it. There's a lot of people in there from India that might want to order it as well. Or you could get a whole bunch and sell it yourself, potentially. But yeah, then people don't have to order it from Canada. I honestly I haven't looked anywhere for other places that sell it. I live in Canada, so I happen to find a place in Canada that sold it. There's probably places all over the world that sell it. I just know it's not the most common gouache in North America, but I quite like it. Okay. KI. Too much going on here. We need the K to be stem to be closer. Closer, closer, closer. I feel like I'm going super slow through the capitals today. Sorry. Whoops, I'm supposed to do the I first. Messed it up. I first. That doesn't really work. And then this, unless this is much wider over here. Let's try that. Messy, messy, messy. I'm pretty sure what I'm trying to do would work. No. Just do it. Don't try to draw it slow. Just make it work. It's possible. Maybe not. Ugly. I do not like this connection. What if we just stop right there? Nope, too far apart, and then there's not enough space. That doesn't work. Ooh. I am a failing designer today. Meh. I don't want to drop way down below the baseline. That's too far below. Too far below. Nothing is working. Aside from just that trick stroke. Just that. That's the only one that works so far. Why does Cell do Spencerian super slow? Michael Cell is not interested in fast movement writing. He likes his emphasis when he's writing, like flourishing and whatnot, is designing as he goes, creating his super intricate signature designs and things like that. And he can do it and create it and make changes on the fly at the speed he goes. So that's the speed he enjoys writing. Traditionally, Spencerian and ornamental penmanship were done quickly, but there are many good practitioners of it today that don't use traditional speed. And in my opinion, traditional speed is not super necessary. It's not like a rule that you have to use it. Your lines and your shapes won't be as airy and whimsical and fine and flowy as if you write slow. But if that's not of importance to you, then yeah, like Lori said, he likes to mosey. Like when I remember my first times meeting him in person, and as he's writing, he'll like talk through as he's going, like, oh, there's some space over there, let's go fill that out. And it's just like going on a stroll. So his hairlines aren't as clean as traditional work, but the designs he does would have been basically impossible for traditional penmen to do them because they're too intricate and whatnot. So it's sort of like it's a choice. He made that choice. That's what he cares more about, so that's what he does. Mosey, it's sort of like just to stroll, just to relax and wander along. Well, we're gonna make this our KI today because I can't think of anything else. I think for KJ, there might be some other things we can do that are creative that should work. When people go left side to make the upper loop of K, then you can hit it, try to make that loop slightly down. Raul, sorry, when you go left side to make the upper loop of the K. Should make that loop slightly down. I don't know specifically what you're talking about, Raul, I'm sorry. I mean, I know what you're talking about. I just can't visualize what it is what you're suggesting. So for the K, or for the J, we should be able to write like so. It's a lot going on. It's a little too busy. I will also say, touching back on your question, Warren, for example, when I got into Spencerian and ornamental penmanship, I wrote for years, slowly. I wrote basically the same as Michael Sull, about the same speed, the same tempo, and many traditional penmen told me that I had to go faster and whatnot, but I didn't want to. It was my choice not to, and that was so I was designing, and that's how I now am able to design the signatures that I do. Not signatures that we're doing here, but when I do actual signature designs and stuff. I can't write those designs, but I learned how to put together ovals and how things can sort of aesthetically work together slowly. And then fast forward a number of years, I decided that I wanted to transition or incorporate movement writing into as my sort of primary goal, which is not the way most movement writers would teach you to do it, but I'm happy for the way I did it. It just took me a little bit longer. All right, how can we simplify this J? Whoa, if I was working on one slant line, that would be helpful. Oy, very different slant lines. For business penmanship, the straight holder is the recommended tool for learning and working on business penmanship. Most books recommend a straight holder for business penmanship. So you're good to go. Well, hello, Marilyn. There's an interesting KJ that kind of works. Not a huge fan of that connection, though. Thank you very much, Annie. If we go... No, just gets too busy. It works, but it's too busy. For business penmanship, pretty much any nib, really. Any nib that you can move smoothly across the page. Most people who practice business penmanship don't use something as fine as like a Leonard Principle or a Hunt 101. You don't have to. I personally pretty much always like writing with those same nibs, Hunt 101 or a Leonard Principle. So that's what I use for everything. But you can use something that has less flex, a little smoother, it'd be a little bit broader. It's totally up to you. You can pretty much do business penmanship with any pointed nib. There's gotta be a way to clean this up. Curious. I don't know if I like that. It's weird. Maybe a loop into that would have been okay. Still weird. Yep, you can use a fountain pen for business penmanship for sure. Marcus Carlini, an incredible business penman, his favorite tool is the cheap disposable Bic ballpoint pens. So you can use pretty much any tool for it, in my opinion. What if we do the J first? How can we go from this into... Oh, this could be a... That doesn't work the way I wanted it to. But... maybe we can do this. Ah, you're very welcome, Warren. If we do that... darn it. Didn't work. See if we can fix that here. Oh, darn it. I need this first. That didn't work. Ay, ay, ay. None of my ideas are working anymore. What's happening tomorrow? Oh. That's exciting, Marilyn. Super exciting. Be sure to get a good night's sleep. I cannot think of a good way to get into the J. None of these connections are nice. What if... that doesn't look good either. Well, thanks for popping in, Marilyn. Have a good night and have fun tomorrow. That could work. Did I finally stumble across something that works? Ugh. I feel like I'm failing today. That kind of works. We'll do that one more time. And then I'm moving on. Because I'm going super slow today and these connections are driving me bonkers. Oy. Whatever, we're gonna leave that there. No, one more time. My ovals just aren't nice. If I could just smooth everything out, that would work, but I can't. So we're just gonna leave it there. It doesn't get a happy face, it gets a line face. Oh, KK. KK. Standard connection for KK would be... like so. Easy peasy, back to back. That same idea. Could be done with a larger oval as well, I suppose. Now, can we get creative? With a double K. The letters will not sit on exact baseline if you try to do exact loops and ovals and connections. So what I try, I actually practice basically focus on the movement and not focusing on the letters. But literally what I'm trying to do in this series is connecting letters. It's all about the letters and the connections. I'm not necessarily, I don't really have to focus on movement. The movement is there. Alright, Gary, thanks for hanging out. I mean, focusing on the form and trying to get these ideas on paper is really the only way to create. I mean, I can design the new connections slowly, but that's not really what we're doing in this live stream. We're connecting the alphabets intuitively on the fly. So trying to find that balance between form and movement. Alright, KK, what else can we do here? I mean, we can always get like crazy with it's interesting. Research. That's what you want to call that, Gary? Ojaswini and James's research. Try that again with curious. It actually looks a lot cooler than I kind of thought it would. That K's a little messed up, but could also do, now that I think about it, like so works. 2 simple K's. We dug deep. KK. Have a good one, Gary. Ooh. I don't usually start the K with a compound curve on top. Well, I made a T by accident. I'll try one more random idea. KKs aren't super bonkers ideas. Going into 2 stem shades back to back. I mean, we can always do rounded, but I don't really like the K with a rounded entry. I'm moving on. Not a fan of KK today. K's a weird one. I don't really like connecting the letter K, not gonna lie. Now we move on to KL. KL, we can do our standard, excuse me, our standard connections that we've done before. Oh, 2 weird loops. Forgot that that was gonna happen. works relatively easy. Any history about Ransom? I mean, there's lots of history about Ransom. He had a penmanship school for a long time. And yet he popularized the triangle Ransomarian holder. I don't know specifically what you mean about history. I mean, there's lots out there. You just Google him. I just realized that those two lines compound curve really well together. If I bring that a little bit lower and pick that up a little bit, bring this lower, be in a pretty good spot. I mean, some people really like it. It's one of the ones, it's like an ergonomic holder. It's supposed to help students grip the pen a certain way. Some people like it. I'm assuming some people don't. I don't know that I've ever actually used one. I don't know that I've ever actually held one. But Chris Yoke makes a replica of the Ransomarian in 3D printed plastic, so they're nice and cost effective. If you want to check one out, I would recommend going that route. You can try one for relatively cheap. Okay. Yeah, a very nice L. I'm writing much too big tonight. It's putting me outside of my comfort writing zone a little bit. Nope. I want to transition from that shape into that shape. Yep. Ash, what we want to do meh, sort of. The idea is there. Alright, what else can we do here? A seance? I mean, yeah, I would do pretty much, I would give pretty much anything to be able to see some of the old guys write. Even just once, even just for like a minute, I would learn a ridiculous amount from being able to see them write. or just talk to them about penmanship in general. Let me try that again. There is some potential there. I think whoops. I feel like I want to take that all the way around. Maybe. Not in love with it, but it's an idea. Let's go to KM. This is where this connection should definitely be usable. Traditionally, they would have probably done something like this, I would imagine. Or somebody like Kelchner would have potentially done something like this. Maybe, but cleaner than that. I'm gonna try to do something like this. Oh. Ovals are all over the place today. All right, Lori, have a good night. Sweet dreams. We will see you soon. Doesn't work as good as I thought it would. With no life magiscules? No lift. Ah. I feel like I have in the past. But I could one day, potentially, yeah. That was below the baseline. would have liked that connection a lot. Let's do that again and get that K exit below the baseline. I think I would have liked it. It's something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've done a lot of infinity letters over the years. And then when that hand-lettered ABC challenge was going on, I'm pretty sure I did a whole bunch of... It wasn't the whole alphabet, but I did a whole bunch of hand-lettered ABCs not lifted as well, doing them as infinity letters. That was before the no lift majuscules challenge happened, I think? I can't remember. Because I didn't join in the no lift majuscules challenge thing when that was going on. Because I've done so many of them, I feel like. Is there any way to work a K into that? Not really. All right. That is possible. Alright, Mom. Have a good night. Sweet dreams. That works. I'm going to work on the N simultaneously here because M and N are the same. It's an easy connection. I like it when that crosses this shade of the K. Whoops. The end doesn't look good with that kind of an entry. more and then we're going to move on. I feel like I'm not being very clever today. Nope, I already know that doesn't work. I give up. I throw in the white towel. There's a couple good connections in there. KO. Knockout. Angles are weird. Turn the paper for just a sec. It's not very smooth. Warren, I believe so, yeah. It is my belief that most of the penmen that we study today had the ability to basically replicate any other penman's work. That's my belief anyways. I think they all had their own style, but were good enough that they could replicate other styles basically just on demand. KO. KO. That's better. I like that. It's not a very... where it's a pretty chill connection, but... I don't think it's creepy. I think it was just... they were all skilled. I think that's really... when somebody writes a certain way because it's their own style, oftentimes that style or that own way isn't really a choice. Oftentimes it's just that's how they write. But the penmen back then were so good that they could make their hand do anything they wanted. So if they looked at somebody else's writing, they could replicate it. That's one of the reasons why I sort of started doing the Sig Slingin' Sunday challenges a while back, because it's a great way to practice just specific complicated connections and things like that, and every signature designer had a different style of things that they would, or way they would throw things. Alright, what else do we got for O? KO. That would look good if they were both on the... If this was like nice with the curve of the O, that could be a cool combination. You haven't? I think I missed one in the series before the last series we did. I feel like less and less people join in every time I do them now. But that's partially because my Instagram has not been popping. Instagram has deleted like 12 or 15 of my videos in the past 3 days because of copyright music, which was music that I used that was no copyright. But apparently that has changed over the years. And now the music that was copyright free is, I guess, not anymore. Yeah, every like few hours for the past few days, I feel like I've been getting a notification saying, your video is blocked, your video is removed. So many of them. Half my old content is gone. Blech, that didn't look very good. Yeah, a lot of my old videos. And the annoying part is I can't even go and see which ones. I can't click to see which ones they are. It doesn't let me. It just tells me my video that was posted on April whatever 2018 has been removed. Which is probably all my old writing videos, probably old foiling videos, who knows. Kind of annoying lately. Too far apart, but I like that idea. Apparently my music is... it's copyright issue. Apparently, I was under the impression that... I mean, my music, I used to get bugged all the time because of it, so I started choosing music that was copyright free. And now that seems to not matter. Even my old copyright-free music videos are getting removed. So I'm sick of fighting with them, basically. So they'll just delete what they delete, and I will survive. Jeez, I'm going through a lot of paper today. Alright, KP. Jeez, we still got a long way to go. I gotta hurry up. Taking too long. KP. That doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know why lately somebody must have just, because it's all different, like, I guess people, it's all different companies, but they, I don't know, must be cracking down on something. I haven't Googled to see if it's just me or if other people have been hit as well, but yeah, I've lost a lot of videos in the past few days. Rather unfortunate. How can I make... That looks like a B. That doesn't work for a P. I don't save my... I mean, I have my scrap. I don't throw it away, but I don't have it for the sake of saving it. I just have it because I haven't put it in the recycling yet. I can't keep everything I write. That's way too much paper. Or I can't keep and organize it all. It's too much. How the heck can I write a good P? And I can do that, I guess. But it doesn't feel very... The letters don't feel very connected. They are connected, but... That kind of works. Still, I gotta be wary of that lower loop because it can look like a B. Nobody likes their own recorded voice. It's the way voices work. Oh, with this one? What's that Pete? I don't remember who wrote it. I think it was Mataraz. Maybe it was Courtney? Can't remember. Crazy P that I was looking at the other day. Okay. KP, KP, KP. What am I not seeing here? No, I don't want a rounded entry into the K. Okay, there's something there. It looks ugly, but there is some method to that madness. If I can find it. I don't know how I feel about that shape, but... What if I put the K stem a little bit closer? That might not work. Okay. This is like a explosion from this center point. Fireworks. It's... I don't know if I like that, but it looks interesting. Oh, all-nighters. You gotta be... Don't wear yourself out, Ojaswini. Alright, I'm moving on to Q. Just gonna do a couple variations, then we're gonna keep moving on. Q. Even though most people would see that as a G, so we can't really use that one. Ugh, crossbar ruined it, but... Oh, it does look like a B. You're correct. Oh, that looks like a B. Yeah. True. Well. Then we'll scratch that one. P is just not having it. Q. Can we do the 2Q somehow? I didn't hit a baseline. P, B, and R. Well, I like B. B is probably my favorite letter. But flourishes always turn P's into B's. I enjoy R's as well. Because at least R, if I have that line going down, then you can ignore the flourish that makes it look like a B. Ugh. Nope. PBJ. I could do a PBJ monogram. Not today, but I could design one. I feel like for the Q, that would be my go-to, because that works. Moving on to KR. I'm moving fast, because the Q is weird. All the letters are weird today. See, like, yeah, the R, now you sort of ignore that lower loop, so it can look like an R. It doesn't, and like the P looks like a B, but the R, because of that bottom stroke, because of the foot, it can look like an R still, which is nice. Should have ended that K below the baseline. What do you mean, Hody? I'm pretty sure I could write... Oh, I could sit and write for probably 6+ hours if I was just focused on something. Everything, you guys gotta be relaxed. There's no tension. I will say I did notice after my 2 months off, sitting at my desk, I was having lower back pain. I don't think it was from writing though. I think my computer is like up on the back of my couch, far from my desk. So when I was writing and I was doing like web design and stuff like that for like a week, and I was like reaching over to my computer the whole time, which I'm pretty sure is why I had back pain. I don't think it was the actual writing. But if you're relaxed and your hand is chill, you just keep going. Time disappears. I have to force myself to stop so that I can get things done. Otherwise, I don't get anything done. Oh, drop that way too far below the baseline. That would make for a nice P though. The posture is not hard. It's the problem with good posture is it goes against habit. So you literally need somebody like me to every like 2 to 3, 4, 5 minutes say, straighten your back, watch your posture, relax your hand. I used to joke about making that audio tape of just like silence and then just me whispering every once in a while, or like music playing and then me whispering every couple minutes, just a random reminder. And maybe I'll have to make it one day to remind people to relax. That works for KR. It would be so creepy. But if you can just remind yourself every few minutes to relax, then you'll get the habit of relaxing. Can't relax while I can't see what I'm writing. What do you mean you can't see what you're writing? The table's right there. If you need to get closer to it, you can bend down closer, but just keep your back flat. None of you are old enough to have eyes bad enough that you can't see your desk. That is a silly excuse. Okay, QR, let's do S. Oh, S. It's gonna be like the G. How can we get out of the S? Yeah. I mean, that's the idea. I hit that a lot nicer than I wanted it to. My eyesight's not that good. I mean, I wear contact lenses, so my eyesight's not very good at all. It's just habit. It's just replacing old habits with new habits. Ooh, I want a sandwich. That doesn't work. It's worth a shot though. Wait, could that work? I mean, maybe, but I don't think I'd like it. Oh, nice, Rose. That's good. See, so you have no excuse to not be able to see your paper then. You just gotta look. That works too. KS. I don't know if I can do an S first and go into the K somehow. Yeah, that doesn't work. That looks ugly. I think we're gonna have to stick with the trick stroke that we have. I think that works. So let's go to T. Oh, what did we do for F? I'm gonna cheat. E, C, D, E, F. There it is. Well, we did a bunch of crazy things for F. Meh. It looks like an F. I gotta make sure I don't have anything crossing through it, or it's just gonna look like an F, even if I don't put a tick there. Standard could go something like this. Ugly crossbar though. Ugh. My forms are going out the window, folks. Moving on. TU. Or KU. Simple like so. That works. That kind of also works, even though it looks like we have an R in the middle there somewhere. So maybe not. No. Okay. V. Oh, that was about to be super close and nice. Darn. Those are boring connections, though. They're not very exciting. It kind of works. Which would work for the V as well. Not a very good oval there, but that idea works. My floor is very creaky sounding lately. My apartment's falling apart. I want to try... No. That could go into... Wait, we already did that. Never mind. Let's go to W. Why not? Alright, we got it. Either push this farther to the right, or take the shade out of the top of the K. I do afterwards. I don't during stream because paper is drying. So I have basically a stack of once used practice paper that then I use for just my own random practice, or if I do another session online, I'll have that stack that I'm pulling from. Yeah, I do use all of my paper, both sides. It's just waiting for the ink to dry and testing it, and I don't want to put an almost dry one upside down and get ink all over my desk. So I do use it, just not during stream. That would be likely the traditional go-to, but that's boring. That's too easy. We don't want to do that. Oh, it's just not clean. My forms are not clean today. Oh, I'm actually going to not activate midnight. Because I'm almost done the alphabet and I don't want to keep or transition to blacklight and then shut down right quickly. Yeah, it's midnight, but I'm gonna finish the alphabet and then I'm gonna be done tonight. Sorry, no blacklight live this evening. But I will stay and finish the alphabet. That's probably a nice go-to. Time did indeed. I spent a lot of time in the earlier alphabet. I was going very, very pokey today. I was moseying, as Lisa and Michael Saul would say. Alright, let's go KX. I guess the X we basically do this same way, potentially. I'm not liking the creative connections that I'm coming up with from the K. KX. I don't know if K is just a bad connection letter or if I'm just having a bad design night. Not sure. KX, that kind of looks like RX. Gotta be careful of that. What up, Satvik? Long time no see. You did indeed. I like that. Oh no, that has to be rounded. So that connection doesn't work. Hello, Fiora. Fiora? Flora. Fiora. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the Late Night Live. That works. Not a very exciting connection, though. Not finding exciting connections today. moving on to Y. Let's see if I can find something clever for the Y. Okay, we'll go over here. Nope, because then that is in the line with that. That's not gonna work, darn it. I don't know if I'd call that major or just Winnie. Otis, Winnie, and James edited a little video together. Oh, can I just do that? I haven't thought about just doing a little... Maybe not. Maybe that's a little too many swerves for one line. You've never done Spencerian? Oh, we're gonna have to change that, Fiora. We gotta get you into the ornamental penmanship world. How'd you hear about the live, Fiora? Out of curiosity. Welcome back, Rose. Is that what you call that, James? The long-stemmed rose Y? Okay, in theory, we should also be able to do a K. And then we should be able to do from there a Y. Oh, whoops. Messed that up. Oh, sweet. Well, we will meet you in person at Iampith then. That's awesome. I look forward to it. That kind of works. Ish. I can't believe I haven't done any of those ovals inside of entry ovals yet today. That's weird. It's usually something I do all the time. Whoops, that's a V. My bad. Give that one a smiley face. I like that. It does have a little bit of an R type of a look here because of this thing up top, but I think people will figure it out that it's a K and a Y. I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect when I was just raw playing a video on my stream. Alright, let's go to KZ. KZ. Simple connection. She's been playing catch up today. I gotta get caught up one of these days on those. I need more hours in the day. Ugh. Definitely not. She is the beacon of hope. It's true. That kind of works. Let's try that again. See if we can clean it up a wee bit. Sort of. Oh, I can't even remember how to write that one anymore. How does the other form of the Z look? I need to go to my own notes to find it. Ugh, where are my notes? Handouts. I don't even remember what it looks like. Where is it? Is it not in these notes? What? Did I not? I might not have included it. I thought I did. Looking closer. Oh, there it is. Or there's a variation of it anyways. Wait. Was that it? Did I start it? I don't remember where I saw it last time. What notes was I looking at last time? Whose capitals was I looking at that I saw it? Nope. Ladies and gentlemen, don't try to create letters when you don't know what they look like. I really don't remember where I saw that last week. Fiora, it will be advanced. It will be a lot, but my class is a lot for everybody. You just dive in and give it your best shot. From now until Iamphith, if you study some ornamental penmanship or Spencerian forms, it will help you just so you can visualize what they look like. And then we'll be creating them with movement in the class. It's advanced, but it starts from the beginning. So it is suitable without lots of experience. Ooh, does that work? Is that a decent KZ? Does that even look like a Z? I don't know if that's the variation I was doing last week, because I don't remember where I saw the variation that I used last week. I have no memory of last week, other than doing it and saying that I wanted to use it more often. Was it? Oh, I don't have that. It was the traditional Spencerian sheet, maybe. Maybe. Which is no longer sitting on my desk. KZ. I mean, too much is a relative term. It'll be a lot, but basically you won't be able to do all the work in class, but even people who are familiar with Spencerian and haven't done movement writing can't do this stuff in the class. You'll get all the information that you can take home and practice and train the muscles and whatnot. It'll feel relatively fast-paced, but it's not not doable. The way I teach it is the way some people would have taught it back in the day, and we learned from the beginning lowercase forms and stuff. But I mean, it's one day, so it's quick. That didn't work. Let's try this one more Z. Then we're gonna call her quits for the evening. There'll be the KZ that I end the night with. Sorry everybody that we didn't do a Blacklight live tonight. Fiora, since this is your first live, you don't know. Normally, when the clock strikes midnight, which was 20 minutes ago, the lights turn off, a black light turns on, there are sirens, and we change the music and it turns into a blacklight party. But tonight, I just wanted to finish my K connections and then I'm done for the night. So normally we would have made it tonight into blacklight hour, but I don't have the energy for blacklight hour tonight. I got some stuff to do before bed. So I will say thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I do hope you had a good time. Connecting the capital letter K is hard. Like I said, I don't know if K is just impossible to connect or difficult to connect, or if I was just having a bad design day. Looking forward to next week when we dive into L, which will be a fun connection. I think L will connect into a lot of things quite easily, which will be a fun one. So yeah, I will see you guys next week. Make sure that you are falling in love with the process, and don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that life should be just a bit of silliness, really. Good night, everybody.